Hi everyone, this is Peter here again from Physical Therapy Ireland. Now for a while I actually wanted to make a video on the importance of having a good sleeping pattern, which is kind of funny coming from me because I used to hate going to bed early. I'd always stay up until ridiculous hours at night, either working on my laptop or watching the same bloody episode of Friends for the 6th time. And then I'll wake up the next morning and I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling moody. Then throughout the day I just don't feel as proactive and I don't feel well in myself. But then thankfully to my lovely better half, who kind of shook that part out of me, I'm actually going to bed at a far reasonable hour. I'm waking up, I'm not tired, I'm energetic throughout the day and I'm feeling a lot better in myself. And that's one of the reasons why I'm sharing this video with you as well, because if someone like me can actually change my sleeping pattern, then you definitely can too. Right, so let's break up the importance of sleep into 3 parts. Firstly, when we sleep, what we're actually doing is restoring energy away, giving our bodies the opportunity to repair and to restore itself at a very cellular level. Secondly, what we're doing when we sleep is we're gelling all the things that we've learned and experienced throughout the day into short-term memories, and then these nerve connections that create the memories actually strengthen as we sleep. Then thirdly, research now suggests as well that the different phases of sleep actually play a role in merging new information into memories, and this is important because if our sleep is cut or disrupted in any way, that is of course going to affect our sleeping cycle and in turn going to affect our short-term memory function. So just by saying all that alone, surely hope it's easy for you to see now how important sleep really is. Now this brings us to the next question as to how many hours of sleep should we get a night? Well, the experts at Mayo Clinic suggest that the average adult should actually get maybe 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night, but they also say that the best way to gauge how much sleep you need is to simply see how you feel when you wake up in the morning. If you wake up tired and you're feeling groggy, you're more likely not getting enough sleep. So maybe add an extra half an hour or an hour onto the next night and just see how you feel. Because when you wake up, you should feel refreshed, you should feel energized throughout the day, and you should experience that gradual wind down then as the day progresses until you get to your bedtime. Now if it's the case that you have a good sleeping pattern and it's consistent, but the next day you still feel kind of groggy and tired, then it may not have anything to do with your sleeping pattern and could have something to do with the type of foods and drinks you're consuming. Because a lot of the foods that we eat these days are actually depleting your body of that good energy we need throughout the day. But that's a whole new other video. Now let's just say the appropriate amount of hours sleep for you is 7 hours a night, but for some reason you're giving yourself only 6 hours of sleep each night for the whole week. Then that means at the end of the week you're actually depriving your body of a whole night's sleep. And that's going to be very hard to catch up on then at the weekend, because catching up in your sleep is actually not as easy as it sounds. Let's talk quickly about the effects of lack of sleep. Everything I'm going to mention now, I've been there and I know you have too. So number 1 on the list is lack of sleep can actually significantly alter your mood. It can make you more irritable, it can make you a bit more angry, and actually reduce your ability to cope with stress. Secondly then, it's going to affect your ability to learn in 2 ways. Number 1, you're not going to be able to, by not being able to focus well, you're not going to be able to pick up on certain information. And then 2, if you're not going to be able to concentrate, then there's no way in hell it's getting to your short-term memory, never mind Mr. Long-term back there. Now it's going to also affect your reaction time. It's going to become a bit slower, and this is particularly important as well if you drive a lot or if you have a job that requires you to have a quick response. Now this brings us well now to chronic sleepiness, and that can actually have a really harmful, damaging effect on your relationships both at home and at work. And generally people who are in this situation don't see the connection between their lack of sleep or their poor sleeping patterns and the breakdown in relationships around them. So again, emphasizing the importance of having a good sleeping pattern and sleeping well. Right, so to finish things off, I'm going to give you 4 tips now to improve your sleeping pattern. Number 1, and it's pretty obvious, stick to that sleeping schedule. Number 2, watch what you eat and drink before you go to bed, because if you go to bed on a full or very empty tummy, that can be quite uncomfortable throughout the night. Similarly, if you drink a lot before you go to bed, that might wake you up throughout the night to go to the bathroom. It's going to affect your quality of sleep and disturb your sleeping cycle. Thirdly though as well, have a bedtime ritual. So do the same thing each night. That tells your body, right, it's time to wind down now, get ready to go to bed. So listen to some music, read a book, or have a warm shower. And finally, for the last hour before you go to bed, for the love of God, don't be going on your phone, your laptop or tablet, because that artificial light will really keep your brain awake, and the minute you put your head on the pillow, your brain is like, yeah, not happening, and you're just tossing and turning for the rest of the night. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful, and if you would like to contact me, please do at www.pti.ie.